Hey guys, Two Snack here. Let's talk about level 6. We're almost there, last level of the game. Don't worry, this isn't going to be too long because I'm actually going to make a Dracula tutorial all on its own because that's a really heavy fight and probably the toughest part of the game. So we just have stage 16, which I'm going to talk about first, and then stage 17. The first things first, stage 16, this is a pretty easy screen as long as you know what to do. This is the type of screen, like a lot of others in this game, where if you know what to do, it's not too bad. But if things go off script and you're just kind of having to wing it, things can get off the rails pretty quickly. And this is a screen with a lot of pits and flying bats. These are going to be the actual copies of the bat boss from level 1, and they're going to be swooping at you if you mess up your RNG manipulation. So yeah, this is going to be an RNG manipulation screen. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to play through it once real quick for you here, just so you can kind of see what it looks like from front to end. And then we're going to use save states to go from bat to bat, and I'm going to talk to you about what I'm doing. But it's going to be pretty simple. I think you'll be able to pick up on it pretty fast. So let's go ahead and get started here. Love the music here. So we're going to whip this bat. We're just going to jump over these pits. Jump here. I like to do a second jump there, so I drive that fireball up. I'm going to use the holy water to break the candle to get the clock. That's very important. And I'm going to take a jump right there. That jump's intentional. That's going to manipulate the bat underneath me. I'm going to jump and whip this guy. We're going to get the big heart here, and then I'm going to jump into the castle here so that we get to skip the animation. Okay, so let's take it from the top. Be sure to just, a fundamental thing that we're doing here is we're not losing any frames. And by not losing frames, I mean we're not going to slow down at all. We're never going to stop. We're never going to like whip on the way down. We're never going to like walk past the stairs and then go up. All of this is going to mess with the bat's RNG. So from the very beginning of the screen, we're holding down left and we're not stopping for anything. That's why we're going to throw the holy water to break the candle. So when you get up here, you can jump on with the bat. I don't think this is critical, but why not? And then we're going to jump here. And then jump here. Let's create a save state and jump here. So what I'm looking for here is, that's not a very good visual. Okay, so you see how my front foot is in the center of the second block on that platform. That's going to be my jump cue. Boom. And you see how I didn't jump there and that fireball came after me? We don't want to deal with that. So once we get over to that other platform, let's just go ahead and hit another jump right away. That way the fireball goes up. He's going to shoot up instead of straight ahead. And then jump here. And then we're going to jump and throw the holy water here. And then I'm going to go ahead and jump here and create a save state. Okay, again, I'm looking at the second platform here. That's where I'm going to jump to manipulate this bat. This isn't the only way to do this, but this is the way that I do it, and it works really well. Let's take a look. Jump here, and then just walk across, no problems. And then I'm going to jump and whip this bat, and I'm going to get this heart, and I'm going to jump in. Let's look at that again. See what happens if we just walk in. That entrance animation happens, and that costs quite a bit of time. So you'll save about a second by jumping in. And my visual for jumping in is that you don't want to jump too far because then you turn around too. It's about right here where my front foot is about a quarter into this platform on the bottom. Whenever I play Castlevania, the whole time I'm looking at Simon's feet. That's my visual for everything. I'm just looking at Simon's feet. That's where the precision happens. And that's a clean entrance. So let's do it one more time and then we can get into... Oh, that's not a good one. Okay, I'm going to create a save state. All right, stage 17. Stage 17 has 1, 2, 3, 4 screens. They're all pretty short. We have a couple of damage boosts, which can be challenging, and there's a couple of small things that can trip you up, but I'm going to show you what to look out for. But the critical thing here is our stopwatch. Our stopwatch is going to make what is normally a very challenging set of screens pretty simple. So as soon as we get here, as soon as this screen is loading, I'm just tapping aggressively the jump button because I want to jump as soon as I get in there. I don't want to forget about it. I don't want to be like vibing on chat or something and walk off. So I'm just going to jump off right away. And then I'm going to get underneath here and take that boost. And what I'd like to do here is I'd like to get my front foot a little bit over this divider line, this black divider line between this block and this block. If you take the boost too far back here, you'll actually get knocked out of that was a bad example. Let's try it again. See how it knocks you back there? So you want to be a little bit in, and then we're gonna go upstairs. All right, save state. So I'm gonna hump the right wall until that until that skeleton jumps at me. Oh, that wasn't any good. I'm gonna turn around so I can meet him and take the boost. This is not free, so this is gonna take a little bit of practice. I think the first bone boost is pretty free. This one's a little bit tougher. So go ahead and practice this a few times. All right, I messed up. Okay, let's create a save state there. Once we get up, we're gonna jump and whip and kill this skeleton. Sometimes that skeleton gives you a weird pattern and he may like try to run away from you. Here's one big thing that's gonna that could mess you up. This candle has a dagger in it. Obviously we don't want the dagger. The important thing about the dagger is even if you avoid it, this candle has a big heart. And since we have the big item rule says that we can only have one big item on the screen at a time. So if the dagger's on the screen and you go to whip this to get this heart, which is a necessary heart, you have to get this heart, it'll make a small heart and rip your run. So if I do this and then I do this, bam, small heart or money bag. They're essentially the same. So that's no good. So if the skeleton's moving back on you, just be patient and wait for the skeleton to be over this candle, and then you can jump and kill him and get your big heart. That's what I recommend doing. But we don't have to worry about that. So we're gonna jump down here, get this, and I'm gonna jump off. And while I'm in the air, kind of on the way down, I'm gonna use my stopwatch. Oh, that's not good. Okay, let's create a save state here. Throw the stopwatch. And the idea is as soon as I throw that stopwatch, I just go down to the next screen. But if you're racing, I generally recommend turning around and getting this meat. It costs 4 seconds, but it's normally when you get to the Dracula fight, you only have 8 bars of health, which means that you can only take 1 hit safely without dying. That meat is going to give you 6 more bars, so that's going to give you 2 more hits that you're going to be able to deal with before you die. So it's worth the investment in a race for sure. So let's go ahead and get the meat. And go downstairs. All right, let's make a save state. Same thing here. When I'm walking down the stairs here, I'm going to be mashing the jump button. So as soon as I jump off this, as soon as I get off the stairs, I'm doing a jump. And then my visual is for when I want to stop time is when I feel like my whip is going to hit this gray axle there on the gear. I don't know mechanical words very well, but this gray shaft, for lack of a better word, is when I want to throw the stopwatch. And as you can see, there's stuff everywhere, right? So if I don't throw the stopwatch, it's really easy to die. So jump off and throw the stopwatch. I see a lot of people do this and then clunk. You can do that, that's fine. But I like just being a little patient and whipping on the way down. That way we get that soft landing. We get the whip cancel on the soft landing there. And then that's going to be fine. You're just going to take that up the stairs. You shouldn't get any problems from any of these guys. There's nothing really to do on this screen except get this big heart. You're going to want as many hearts as you can on Dracula. That's not to say that once you get to Dracula you need to farm, but we'll discuss that on the Dracula video. But when you get up there, just grab the big heart and then proceed into the last stage, which is Dracula's room. So let's see that one more time. Get to the top of the stairs here, jump and get the heart, and walk on through. And there we go, we're at Dracula. And we'll get into this in the next tutorial. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you soon.